you have kids, right?
Yes.
Your kids,
Yes.
married, business. For any of the like listening audience, like how do you juggle all that? I was asking how many coffees you have a day, and you
Only drink
don't.
tea. Yeah.
Only tea.
Yes, only tea. I mean, I do sometimes have like a caramel cooler from like Caribou or something
Sure.
like that, but it's just too much sugar and it's just too much, and I just don't feel well. So I really focused on kind of what makes me feel good, and tea does the trick. But balancing things, it's like, I don't know. I think that it's an ebb and flow with how I do with all of that. Oftentimes I invite my kids to run with me, or I
Smart.
try to, kind of double up on things. I work remotely, so that's helpful. And I also ask people for help. I really, my kids are in sports, and so oftentimes, if everybody's going to the same place, it's like, oh, can you bring them home for me, or can I bring your kid
No,
somewhere?
smart.
And so I really try to practice what I preach in regards to like building community, but then also helping people out,
Right.
just
Smart.
recognizing that we're all
Smart.
like, we all have a lot going on. It's like,
Well, we kind of talked on the phone before you got your two, is like, and that was one of the things that you really liked about the Iron Range, correct?
mm-hmm.
Is about the community. And then for the listening audience, like where did you come from, and then how did you end up here?
Yeah, so I grew up in central Minnesota in a small town. And then I've lived in Brainerd, the Brainerd Lakes area prior to moving here. And we moved here because of my husband, his business. It was right before 2000, or it was in 2020, right before COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was like the worst time to move because it's like, okay, and I just had my youngest.
Sure.
So he was 9 months. We moved, I got a new job. My husband's, in his business, and my youngest was starting kindergarten. Like, it was every single life change that could have happened, all happened at once. It was awful. And then I worked at the hospital.
Just get over and done with.
Yeah, yes. And then I worked at the hospital in the ER, and there was COVID. So that we had talk about change and unpredictability and inconsistent. Like, it was the worst thing ever. But anyways, once we got over that, the people that we had met, and I mean, I think the community really showed up. I think that there's so much curiosity when new people
Sure.
come to the area. And I always people would say why did you move here? I'm like, what do you mean why? But a lot of people would wanted to know why.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess I just found that really interesting because it wasn't like a why good. It didn't feel like that anyways.
Right.
It felt like, why would you?
Right.
And but then people would say well, most people live here because of family or something like that.
Yeah.
And so people were kind of surprised that we're still here, that we stayed and we don't have family around. But the community is really amazing, and I love, there's lots of good things that I do love.